Hey Jeff, hey everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hey, John. How you doing, man?
Good, good, good. I got reindeer Nate.
Yeah, I know, Reindeer Nate, right?
All right, all right. I'm excited. Wrapping up the year strong, you guys.
Yes. Well, welcome everyone to our last meeting of the year. I know, boo hoo, boo hoo, boo hoo, boo hoo. I have enjoyed this year, even with the ups and downs and crazy turnarounds of everything that we've endured this year. And I might have mentioned it on Sunday's training. My pastor talked about a movie, and if you haven't seen this movie on Netflix, it's called Jingle Jangle. You definitely want to watch the movie. It's a fun, feel good family musical. And in the movie, three-fourths of the movie deals with such struggle and turmoil and having to push through some things. And then the latter half, it's like you just have to bring up your belief in what you're doing, and then it propels you to succeed. And then the overflow just takes you that you can't help but be successful. And when you look at the year that we've gone through, it's kind of been a jingle jangle kind of year. You know, it's been a struggle for 9 months of the year, three-quarters of the year. You know, we talk about it all year long. We've talked about the pandemic, and thank God for the vaccine that is available now for those that will take it. Thank God for uh, preferably, hopefully, some financial relief coming on. But even in the midst of that, thank God for all the beautiful individuals that are coming up with creative ways to be a blessing. We're blessed to be a blessing. If I have two tomatoes, why don't I give you one and I keep one? You know, the concept of sharing what we have with one another, and that's been very beautiful. The racial tensions that have come up have shown us that that ugly part of our society is not dead yet, and we still need to deal with that. So there's a lot of things that have come up against us in the midst of all of that. And I know some of us have been touched in our family or those closest to us, maybe even ourselves with COVID. All of us, some of us, I should say some of us may have been touched financially. All of us at our heart's core have been touched with the racial tension. But through it all, I have to say that this team has remained cohesive. This team has stayed together. This team has weathered the storm. This team has prayed for one another. This team has helped each other through trainings and transportation and food and whatever needed to take place. You know, just talk to me on the phone for a little while. This team has been phenomenal through that. So I want us to start this call and lead this call in a celebratory fashion, knowing that the best is yet to come when we talk about going into 2021, because it's this latter half. You know, we see things, we see the sun starting to peak out. So we know that things, greater things are coming. You know, if we could just say greater later, we're in the latter part of the year and there's going to be greater later. But a lot of that comes from what we're doing right this moment. You know, we could be shopping online, picking up gifts or whatever, but we committed to this time every Tuesday night, every Sunday to come together to learn how to be better in our business, to learn how to I'm gonna use the word minister because that's who I am. Financial security to families, give them stability, give them a sure footing. And so I just want to say how much I'm pleased to be a part of this team, how much I love everyone on this team. And I know we're going to grow phenomenally in 2021 and just bust the doors off the hinges. All right. So thank you, everyone. And at this time, I am so pleased and so happy and so touched that our managing director, managing partner, our friend, our comrade, because he had to come up starting at the top. He came to this business just like all of us. Mr. Jeff Delgado said he wanted to come on to our meeting for a few moments just to encourage us and share some wisdom with us as we close out 2021. So at this time, Mr. Jeff Delgado, take it away, sir.
Hey, thank you, Crystal. Those are some great words. Can you hear me okay? So I make sure you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear
Absolutely.
you.
Listening to Crystal, I have to admit that I totally understand this year has been one of those kind of interesting years for my life and the career of my business. And I would imagine all of us on this call, not just because of the change that we had to go through in terms of just living and life itself, but, just seeing loved ones around us. I've had loved ones who are sick from COVID. I personally had COVID go into my home, penetrate not only myself, but my kids and thank God it did not get to my wife, but we all beat it. Praise the Lord. We've been able to stay strong in faith. And I never worried too much, but I just kind of knew that there was a reason for what I was going through, because if I could handle it, I would show my family, my business, and also my kids that, I'd make it through and it would be okay. But we walked in faith through a time that was uncertain and probably one of the weirdest years of my life. Anybody would agree that this was kind of one of those weird years I've ever seen in my entire life. And so I want to first thank all of you for being part of it. That's kind of the bad news, believe it or not. But the good news is you wouldn't believe that the insurance industry is one of the industries that, although it was a tough year for most industries, our industry, not too bad. I wouldn't say it didn't knock us out the game. Numbers wise, we actually beat last year's numbers. So I can't even complain about the production of our business because we actually did much better than we did last year. And I'm not even saying by a little bit, by a lot. And to do what we've done this year with the challenges that came in front of us is actually nothing but a miracle, to be honest with you. So I don't have a lot to go over with you guys, but I wanted to give you some tips. And I would call them tips going into 2021. That means if you're going to walk into a new year, these are things that I would write down and get ready for. Number one, and these are just my tips. I think I have maybe 9 tips that I wrote down for this call. Okay. Number one is get a business plan ready for 2021. I think you should get ready for next year. You're right, Crystal, when you mentioned about the vaccine and all the things that are happening, great. I would assume maybe 5-6 months away from us kind of seeing normal. Maybe about 6 months. I think halfway through, maybe summer of next year, we should start seeing somewhat of a normalcy back to what we're used to. Hopefully, if God willing, we'll see that. And if that works out, then there's things that you got to get excited about. I'm going to tell you a couple of things to get excited about. Number one is we will be having our new app for your phone. You'll be able to download our new app so that you could run quotes. You could run comparisons. You could do everything from your phone, and you could even send them directly from your phone to your client. And I'm even working on it to apply from your phone. Literally, you could talk to a client from your phone, comparing them to all our carriers. I'm talking, let's say you read one quote and you could show all the quotes right next to each other. Send them an email. They can apply if they want, but your app will be in your hands. There's already a test app ready for Android, believe it or not, John. They didn't get it for Apple yet, but Android, I'm getting the test app like next week. So you guys will see Android, some of the leaders will be able to play with it in Android, and then Apple's later because Apple.
I just gotta say one thing. Go Android.
Yeah. They always do that. Woo-hoo! They always do that. Yeah, that's cool. So that'll be a great asset to you guys as well. So number one is create a business plan. Before I get into all that, number one, create a business plan. Get ready for 2021. A couple of things to get ready for. We'll be doing workshops and seminars next year. I'll be aggressively talking about that next year. So if you are in a certain area and you would like to do workshops or seminars and get in front of a lot of people, we will have platforms for that. I want you to also keep in mind Medicare will be something to get into your vocabulary in 2021. I'll get more into that later on, but that's something to just get into your mind and plant it into your brain. Medicare is the future that you're going to want to keep into your mind because it is coming soon to a theater near you. Okay. And I want to make sure that you're ready to watch that movie. Number two is find out what your primary niche is. What is it that brings you your most business? Some people are great at warm market. Some people are great at getting referrals. Some people are great at doing leads. Some are great in workshops. But next year, I want you to focus on what is your primary niche that you're great at. Maybe you're a nurse and you're around a lot of nurses. Well, maybe you're a doctor, or maybe you work in a certain field, or whatever that is. You have a niche. So write that down. These are plans that you want to get used to. I know, John, you'll probably have a business plan workshop later on, but getting that into your mind as well. Number three, develop your unique selling proposition. What separates you from everywhere else? why go through you? Why work with you at our business? Why be here than anywhere else? There's a lot of brokers out there that do the same thing that we do. But what separates us is how we do it, how we operate, the tools, the strategies, and the experience that we put together for our field force is unparalleled to what's out there in the field. So just get ready for your unique selling proposition and what that is. Number 4, I wrote down, I don't know if I put experience, but I think I wrote down marketing plan. You want to execute your marketing plan next year. It's interesting. Some people are great on social media. Some don't. Some post a lot. Some don't. Some have no ads. Some do. Right. So you want to find out what's going to generate at least people to know what you do, see who you are. I would even come as far as even saying, record yourself a couple of times on a video and give someone some information, or give a idea of what's the difference between term insurance and permanent insurance, something that would help other people out there. Anytime I do videos and I get nervous, because everybody gets nervous, right? Am I the only one that gets nervous? I get nervous like anybody else. But when you get nervous, just always remember you're there to serve others. You're not there to really look great. You're there to serve other people. So whatever you could do to service others is a huge tip. And the last one I'll say is becoming a specialist. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to show you a couple slides. When I say becoming a specialist, one of the key areas of doing insurance is being great at what you do. And one of the fears of insurance agents is not knowing how to do proper case design, meaning that a lot of insurance agents, they don't really know the right way to do a case design to give it the right product and service for the client. That means they could give them an illustration, but it may not be the best illustration for that client. So having the right case design is something we're going to truly focus on. We're going to put together an IUL specialist class, and I'm going to have a special trainer come out. He's from Northern California, but he's a specialist in the details of understanding IUL at a level of almost like a scientist. Okay, so it's almost slightly boring, but it will be great to have the skill set that we already have with the details that could help you running the proper case design. And this will be for next year as well. So becoming a specialist will be a big deal of growing next year. A couple of excitement announcements I just want to throw your way. I know John and Crystal, you guys are already talked about this with your group, Project 100. Next week, we're gathering 100 items. Well, we call them care packages, where we will be passing that out to a location where they'll have a group of families there, or maybe a shelter that families that will come in on Christmas morning. And normally when I've done this in the past, we would normally serve them food, and then we would also pass out these packages. So it's a great place to feel great about the holidays. We normally do it on Christmas morning. I normally bring my kids as well. When my daughter was really young and she would pass out items, it was a huge factor of her appreciating what she had in her life. And it's also great for all of us as well, how fortunate and blessed we are to what we have, that anytime you give, it also should give you a simultaneous belief system and feeling in your heart that there's more than enough for you. And when you're able to give and there's more than enough for you, it's a great feeling. So hopefully this Project 100 turns into Project 1000 by next year, but we like to start off Project 100 and watch that go. Next, if you haven't already been on iLeverage LLC, this is a client page where you could feel free to direct your clients or your friends. And we've been putting some pretty high quality images and messages out there. We're getting a lot of attention. A lot of people are starting to notice our page. And you could even put this as where you work if you wanted to on your Facebook page as well. So this is a legitimate iLeverage LLC page, but we also have the Join iLeverage page for recruiting. So we actually boosted a couple of posts, John, on this one. We're actually getting the people that are sending messages to Brianna saying, I'd like to learn more about iLeverage. So we targeted certain parts of the Bay Area and Northern and Southern California where they're going to be getting these boost posts that out there we're actually paying for so that people will see and hear about our company out there. You're noticing too, many of you are on social media and many of your friends are on it. And if we don't get something out there, they're not going to notice us. Would you agree? And they're strolling on their page and they're seeing all these different companies. And it's a great idea that they see your company out there as well. So we're pretty excited about that page of Join iLeverage. So they're two separate pages. Again, I went over the app. A couple of things I want to talk about the app. It'll have agent quoting. Again, it is an exclusive iLeverage app. This is not a go to a website app. This is an inside being designed internal app. So when you go inside the app, you'll be have your agent quoting. You'll be able to see all of our back office supplies that you need as well. All our iLeverage University classes will all be on there. Also a needs analysis that'll be on your phone as well. So like a needs analysis, let's say you're a new agent. And if I ask a new agent, how do you determine how much insurance to give a client? How do they determine that if they're brand new? They may not know how to do the dime method or how to figure something out on how to get a death benefit that's adequate. The app will have a needs analysis already built in. You just put the client's name, you put their income, expenses, and bam, they'll pop out a death benefit suggestion based on what you put in the information. So you'll have that already set up on your phone. Pretty exciting stuff when it comes to the app. And more to that, this is just a sample. I don't want to oversell it. I just want to share with you, I'm really pumped about this particular part. We also added in our back office, and it'll probably be a week or two at the very latest, we already offer Columbus Life. We're doing amazing work with them. Fidelity, I don't know if you guys knew, we almost hit a $3 million mark in just Fidelity, John. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Almost
Nice.
3 million just in Fidelity. Today we submitted another $1 million. Okay, so in terms of just a batch of annuities that went in this week. So we've given Fidelity a tremendous amount of business. Columbus is right around the corner, and American National Anico is another one that we've added to our back office. So you can see all those in your back office. Online appointments will be the same way you do all the other appointments. It'll be great to add to all of our other carriers, okay? So as we continue to grow and we start to see carriers that are doing well, you probably heard of this AG49. You probably heard of that recently. The AG49A was a huge impact on illustrations. It doesn't change the IUL and what it does or anything for the client's perspective. What it changes is what is displayed on the illustration. That's all you really need to understand about AG49. So the good news is it doesn't really change much, except the illustrations are a lot more conservative. That's really all you want to look at. But as all these carriers we have available to us to help. You can also order business cards now in the back office also. We designed two different types. That one on the left is my beautiful wife on the left. And the one on the right is a guy I wish I looked like. So I just put another guy who I don't know who he is. Okay. So I put my wife on the left and some guy that looks better than me on the right. But you could choose between the white background, which is my wife's is considered the classic background, which to me looks like a kind of a real estate background, like realtors would utilize. And the one on the right is more what they call the modern. The back of the one on the right has a QR code on the back that goes straight to our website. So you could have that set up as well on yours. So depending on which one you want, I'm all about the classic one. So I like that one. Also, you can now order retractable banners in the back office as well at a good price. Of getting ready for workshops next year. I think it's important that you're going to need gear and get your stuff ready when you start doing your workshops. Let's imagine if we're doing seminars, Social Security workshops, or if we're going to do Medicare breakdown, we're probably going to be doing Medicare presentations next year as well. I'm even working on us to get preset Medicare workshops for qualified speakers. So if you're a qualified speaker, so let's say Crystal, I could set her up potentially next year to have all of her presentations set up for her so that all the retirees that hit 65, they go to her meeting already preset for her to do the presentation. She's not even doing or paying for the advertisement for that. So I'm working on this right now. Trust me, Medicare is a huge factor. Every day, I think 10,000 or plus a day turn 65 every single day, and new people qualify for Medicare every single year. There's a time between October and December where it's like their open enrollment where they can move where they are. That is a busy time of the year. Now they can get Medicare all year, but between those 3 months are like the most craziest times of the year. By next year, you'll all be involved to take advantage of that. And I'm telling you, what I love about this is the income you receive after you sell it. Okay. That means, what if you had an income that lasted until you finish retirement? That means lasted until your lifetime. So this is probably, to me, the best income for the future than any business that we're even touching right now, even better than life insurance. Life insurance pays us renewals, but the renewals are small compared to what you'll make in Medicare. It's not even in the same ballpark, okay? So if you build it right over the next 5 years, you can literally retire with a six-figure income. I'm saying that not to be hypothetical or to sound overhyped. I'm telling you, it's happening all the time. And so we are being set up as a very unique setup, direct with the largest Medicare company in the planet. Okay, we are being set up. I'm telling you, I've been working hard on this, and this is coming soon to a theater near you. So get your banners, get ready for that. Also, I've noticed when people go on appointments, they're not sure what they bring. And they bring like 2 different insurance companies, and they're carrying around different brochures, which is fine. But if you're going to put all those companies in your bag, let's say you have a term insurance policy and you have IUL and an annuity, you don't want to have like 3 different companies and walking around like, you don't know what you're carrying. So we have one folder, a big folder that you can put everything in. And when you walk into a client's house, it just says your company on it. Make sense? So it'll give you a much better presentation, make you look more professional. You don't got to carry around 4 or 5 brochures in your hand like it's falling all over the place. It at least gives you a feeling of oneness and you're all set up. So these will be available to order in your back office. I'm just finalizing the design because this is one we like so far. This one looks pretty cool. You guys got to admit, right? So I'm working on this one as probably our main one. Last thing I'll say, and I'm done, I promise, is December to remember. We're already, what is it? December, 14th? Is it the 14th already? So it's already the 14th.
15th, yeah.
Is it the 15th? It's already the 15th. And we'd like to get the new group of people to wear our colors. And we love on Fridays, we call it, we have an athleisure day on Friday where everybody at the office wears like, cool gym clothes, if you will. And so I've been getting everybody set up with gym clothes with iLeverage on it. And then on Mondays, we have to wear iLeverage gear or iLeverage swag. So I'm trying to get everybody out there wearing our swag, wearing our stuff. So if you just submit 2 deals, okay, between now and the end of the month, and you have 2 deals at issue, 2, it doesn't matter. If that means if you have already 2 submitted and they issue within the month of December, then we're good. We just have to have 2 new submissions. We'll go ahead and send you the jacket by the end of the year and you'll have your jacket. So 2 submissions and you're all good to go. I had the office the people in the office choose the jacket. So Brianna chose the female jacket and we had the guys choose the one on the left for the males. And they're both really, really nice. You'll love the jacket. I'm excited to get it. So at the end of the month. So if you guys get ready for that, give you something to run for before we close out the year. And last thing I'll say is this. It's been an interesting year, but it made me appreciate loyalty, friendship, and business probably more than I've ever felt in my entire life. I also appreciate life. When I came home from being sick from this whole thing, you guys don't know the reason why I sound a little out of breath is I'm actually on a treadmill while my laptop is on the treadmill, okay? I became more fanatical about working out and taking care of my health after I got sick. And so it was a blessing for me to get sick because it was an eye-opener to me and my family. And also was an eye-opener to realize how healthy we are and how focused and lucky we are to have our health and be, have all the blessings we have right now. I don't know if you guys know this, but Dondi's dad, Dondi, if you guys don't know Dondi, you've probably seen him in our videos. Dondi's dad is in the hospital with a very low percentage of survival right now because of COVID right now. Okay. And his entire family is praying for him, but he's going through it right now where his dad already said his goodbyes. He's thinking he's not going to make it. Can you believe that? And it's all COVID. His wife also has COVID, but she's not in the hospital, but the husband is. The wife is she's a nurse. So she gave it to her husband and the husband is now in the hospital. So when you hear all this, you start to realize how fortunate all of you guys are of not maybe having to go through that or your family, but there's others out there that are, okay? And this is the last slide. Read every day this week. If you don't have a chance to read, maybe download Audible. I do Audible, and you get like a book a month if you're on Audible. If you don't know what it is, it's an app. And I listen to that every day. So I'm reading like 4 books a week because of it. So get Audible if you haven't already done that. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't get locked in a comfort zone. Get excited. Do what you fear most. If calling people you fear, do it first. Do what you fear most this week. Exercise. Keep a journal. If life's worth living, it's worth journaling, according to Jim Rohn, right? If it's worth living, keep a journal of it. And then meditate. Learn how to give time to yourself. Focus on the right things in life. Gratitude, and focus on all the great things and blessings that you all have. And have a great week, everybody. So thank you guys for letting me on today's call. Hope I didn't go too long or too fast, but God bless you guys and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everything. And I look forward to seeing you guys next year as we launch out a great year after this crazy year we just had. But thank you guys for your time tonight.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. See what I told you? Yes, everybody, you can come off mute and thank Jeff if you'd like. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Wanda.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
so
You
much.
guys are so sweet. Yeah, I love all of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Hey,
thank you for the card.
Everything.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh yes, thank you for the card.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
We can't lose. We can't lose. I know, like I said at the beginning, this has been a jingle jangle kind of year, but Jeff just let you know the sun is coming out tomorrow with everything that he just went through. We are first class. Let me just say that we are first class with everything that sets us apart. And Jeff is working diligently to make sure that not only that we are the game changers, we remain the game changers with everything that he's adding. So I'm excited. So I just say, let's just make sure we got comfortable track shoes for next year. And someone who is a friend to all of us and a mentor to all of us and never tires helping us in our business, John O'Sullivan, take it away, sir.
All right. Yeah, I want to thank Jeff for everything he's done this year and all the hard work behind the scenes, organizing, putting everything together. He was touching on some of the stuff with the goal setting stuff. I'm going to go in a little more detail. I'm going to go really fast through this because there's a lot. There's actually I will, Crystal, as soon as we get off the call here, I'll be emailing this PDF to you so everybody will have it. So don't worry if you're missing something. There's only a few spots I might get into a little more detail on. But this is kind of a real good layout on the goal setting process. I think a lot of times we talk about goal setting, we talk about, you should do this, you should focus on that, you should set SMART goals, you should do that. But very few really go into a little more depth, right, on the process. And Jeff is right. I do want to put together a more detailed goal setting, business planning actual workshop. We'll do it after the first of the year. I don't want to, everybody, we need some time to focus to kind of think about what we want to do, think about our goals, think about our priorities, and then let's come together, after the first of the year, and we'll schedule out an actual workshop, not a sit and listen to a presentation, but you're going to be doing some work. Okay, on it and getting your gear all together for 2021. But let's just go through some of this stuff. There's some great stuff to cover here. I want to hold on a second. There we go. Okay, that'll make it better. All right. So what I want to do is just kind of go through these step by steps. First of all, obviously the basics in the beginning, right? To decide exactly what you want, not just to set a goal, decide exactly what you want in each of these several key areas, right? Start by idealizing. Guys, dream. Take that dream box up, that one, those dreams you got that life got in the way and you set aside and you figured, man, I'll get back around to it, and you never did. I don't think any of us ever gave up on those. I think we put them in a shoebox and put them in our mental closet up on the top shelf, right? Pull that out, dust that thing off, don't get scared. Just what is your ideal? What would be, if you were living your dream life right now? What would that look like? And maybe even write that down. Think about that. Imagine there's no limitations on what you can do, what you can have. Imagine that all the time and money you have, all the friends, all the contacts, all the education. What is it that you want, right? Imagine that you could have a magic wand. You could just wave it over. That's where I want you to start. I want you to start with dreaming. I want you to take the next 2 weeks between now and the end of the year. I'm not saying stop working, but I'm saying take some time to really think about those dreams, because we've been thinking about this stuff all year, right, guys? Ladies, we've been thinking about this all year because we don't think about stuff until it starts being threatened to be taken away from us, does it? And I think this year we all got a kind of a wake up call in a lot of areas like this, Crystal was talking about. All right, so what dream in each of these areas separately, right? Income, how much you want to earn this next 5 years? Family. What kind of lifestyle do you want for your families? Health. How would your health be different if it was perfect in every way? Net worth. What would that look like? And here's the thing, guys. make sure that these areas, and you can list out a few other areas, make sure they're in alignment with each other and they're not clashing up on each other, right? And I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make. Here's something I want to challenge you to do actually right now. If you got something to write with, in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to give you 15. In the next 15 seconds, I want you to write down top 3 most important goals that you have right now in your life. Right now. I want you to think about it. What pops in your mind? Don't overthink it. What are the top 3 that come to your mind immediately, and write those down. Getting them? In a few more seconds. Okay, those top 3 things. What is it that's on your heart, on your mind, weighing on you right now you want to get taken care of? All right. So this quick method, right? Really a 3-goal method. What if you can just write it down, think about it quickly, whatever you answer on this quick method list will be probably pretty accurate picture of what you really want, because it's usually floating there right under the surface. Number 2, like we just talked about, write it down. We all think about planning our business, planning our goals, planning our things, set our New Year's resolutions, all that stuff, but most people don't write them down, right? Make sure they're specific, they're measurable. We'll keep moving here. Set a deadline. What is it you need to accomplish in the next 30 days, next 90 days, next 6 months, next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Set some deadlines in these things. What are your big time goals? Like I said, we're not going to belabor a lot of these because you'll get the paperwork. Identify the obstacles that you're going to have to overcome. Here's an area that we might want to talk about here. Why aren't you already at your goal? Right? What if you look at what the different constraints that there might be? There's always one limiting factor constraining and setting aside the speed at which you achieve your goal. What is that for you? What is it that's holding you back is another way to say that, right? 80-20 rule. Fully 80% of the reasons that are holding you back from achieving your goal, guess what? They're inside of you. They're the lack of a skill, maybe. Maybe there's some knowledge you need. Maybe there's, outside of us, only 20% of those are outside, right? But as always, start with the 80%. Start with what's inside of you. Number 5, identify the knowledge, the information, the skills that you're going to need to achieve your goal. Okay, especially identify those skills that you're going to need to develop to be in the top 10%. What are the top skills? Jeff just hit on some stuff that iLeverage and Jeff and the team leadership teams have been working on for you and to put out and make available to dip into. I mean, whether it's workshops, if you wanted to do some speaking, whether it's working on whatever it is, right? Lead generation, building teams, getting out there and developing the skills, understanding the IUL down to the nitty gritty, understanding it better than everybody else out there, right? So that you can do a great job for your client. Here's a great discovery. What are your weakest skill set sets the height of the income for your success? You can make more progress by working on a skill that's holding you back. Identify some of these areas that you want to work on. Here's a good question for you. What one skill, if you developed it and did it in an excellent fashion, would have the greatest positive impact on your life? What skill is that? Okay, what if you kept developing it and working on that consistently? Okay, every single day. Okay, number 6, identify the people whose help and cooperation you will require to achieve your goal. Okay, you can only get to where you're at by yourself because you only have you to depend on. But if you can reach out above you, beyond you, around you, and who is it, and identify who that is that can mentor you, that you can glean information, get help from, support from, right? Make a list of these people. Start connecting with them, right? Get around them, work with them, find ways. Start with the members of your family if that's where they're at. Start with cooperation. Who will it require? Okay. If you got jobs, then boss, coworkers, but your teammates, your team leaders, especially identify maybe customers, clients who would support you, who would support your business. Okay. What are the different types of people? Okay. Go be a go-giver. Okay. Rather than a go-getter. Be a go-giver. Lead with value. Give, and then give, right? This is how you achieve big success. This is how you start helping people. This is how you start making a difference. This is how all the things in your life will start making a difference to make it happen. Number 7, make a list of everything you have to do to achieve your goal. Break it down into steps. Break it down into what's the priorities. Organize that list into a plan. Organize that list into arranging those different steps, step by step, into sequence, into priority. What has to get done first, in what order? What's most important to get done first? What's less important? Focus on the most important things as the 20%, right? Get those done. Planning is very important. Now we got to make that plan, right? Organize that list into a series of different steps from the beginning all the way through to completing your goal, step by step by step. But when you have a goal and a plan, you increase that likelihood by 10, not by 10 times, but by 1,000%, right? Listen, we have a plan for the year. You make a goal, you write a business plan. A lot of times people don't go back, or they might check on it quarterly. Guys, plan each day, plan each week, plan each month in advance. Plan each month at the beginning of the month. Plan each week, the weekend before. Plan each day, the evening before. And most importantly, block out the time to do that planning in your calendar, an appointment with yourself. And those should be the first appointments booked up in your calendar for the rest of the year. More careful you are and the more detailed you are, the better your plan is going to be. And you're always constantly massaging it, working on it, getting it better, reflecting on it, refining it, and so on. So number 10, select your number 1 most important task for each day. What's the first thing? If I could only do one thing today, if I only get one thing done, what is that? A lot of times what happens is we get the easy peasy fun stuff out of the way, and then the big rocks don't get done because it was harder. We didn't want to do it, or we're procrastinating or putting it off. But what if we got that one thing done first? We got nothing else done. We got that done. It's going to change how you feel. It's going to change how what your results are. It's going to change everything. Okay. You can ask yourself, you can figure it out this way. If I could only do one other task, and once you get that most important one done, if I could only do one other task on this list, what would be the most valuable use of my time? Then do number 2. Keep asking that question. Now, if you got a list of 10 things you got to get done, but you only got 3 done, guess what? You got the 3 most important ones done. Okay. Focus and concentration on that. Okay. So let me keep moving forward. Number 11, develop the habit of self-discipline. Okay. Once you've decided on that important task, you resolve. You can single-mindedly work on that task until it's complete. Okay. Your ability to focus and stay disciplined on that will make the difference. Single-handling is the most powerful of all time management skills. Okay, when you think about multitasking, right? Multitasking is a myth. We don't multitask, we task switch, and it dilutes our focus. Number 12, practice visualization on your goals. That dream we talked about, that lifestyle, that family life, that income, that business life, that all of those different things we want to have happening, have clear, vivid, exciting, emotional pictures. Set up dream boards, get pictures, get it vivid in your mind and look at it all the time so you can actually see it as if you're there. See that goal, you're already there. It's already achieved. Okay. Don't be like, when I'll be that way when I do this, because when I have this. No, you got to flip it around, do it the other way. If it's a car, I don't know what it is for you. If it's a vacation, if it's time with your family, whatever that is, I think we all realize right now, we don't have the time we think we have. We need to make every moment count, right? Take those few moments though, create those emotions. That's where Jeff was talking about the meditation and the time to reflect and get that into you, create that mental picture, visualizing what it is. Okay, when you create that visualization, you can create the emotionalization of it, and you really then start impressing it on your subconscious mind. Here's the emotional part that's important. Okay, if you imagine let's say a straight pin. If you're a little straight pin, lightweight but pretty sharp, you got pricked in the finger, it gets you pretty good, right? Now, if I took that straight pin and that was my goal, and I threw it at, let's say I threw that straight pin at Crystal, if the sharp point happened to hit her, it might, prick her a little bit, but it's not going to hurt her really, right? But if I took that straight pin and I duct taped it to a steel bar and then threw it, that steel bar is the emotion behind your goal. That steel bar is the momentum and the emotion behind it. That's what gets it through. That's what gets things happening, right? That super conscious mind then activates that law of attraction and attracts things to you and people and that energy around you. Right now, you get to decide on what is your major definite purpose. And once you've decided that, you've listed out your 10 goals that work around that major definite purpose, and we wave that magic wand again on that list within 24 hours, which is going to have the greatest impact. And you do this for each one of those goals, right? I just went through all of these lists. Write it down, set a deadline, identify the obstacles, identify the skills you need, identify the people, make a list of everything you got to do to achieve that goal, organize a list, make a plan, prioritize that plan, break it down into activities, daily, weekly, monthly, okay? And in closing, guys, I want to wrap it up here real quick. Like I said, I know I went super fast through that, but every one of you, this is an 11-page handout. You'll have it. It'll be in Crystal's email within 30 minutes after we're done here, and you'll get it out to the team. We'll get it out to our teams, and here's where I'm going to close up, guys. I am a creator of my life. You are a creator of your life, not a manager of your circumstance. I think many people got stuck in managing their circumstances of 2020, right? A lot of stuff being thrown at us, and we fall back into managing mode, but rather than getting it out and pushing forward into creation mode. You are a creator of your life, not a manager of your circumstances. Take control, take charge, and let's make next year really, really awesome, you guys. I want you to take the next couple of weeks and really focus on your heart, your reflection, your family, your friends, your people around you, your business, your career. How do you want to use it to impact lives? And because I know the hearts of this team, and I know that's why we're here, every one of us. So that's my closing, folks. Crystal, I'm going to kick it back to you, and anybody else want to open up? We're good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, John. Thank you. We are finishing the year strong, as you can tell. Strong messages from the leaders, Jeff Delgado, from John O'Sullivan. Hopefully I said something that would encourage your hearts tonight to just we're going to get past the jingle jangleness, and we are stepping into a bright horizon for 2021, and we're going to do phenomenal things in this company, in our families, in our lives, and that includes our health, because I know a couple of people aren't on this call because they're dealing with health challenges. But whatever that is, so I hope all of us take to heart, that 30 seconds or that 15 seconds. I wrote down 3 things. I hope everyone did write down 3 things. That's going to be pretty much your why for next year. If it took you 15 seconds to write those things down, that might be a pretty big answer to your why for next year. So you have something, you already have a train track to run on. So then you just have to figure out, what's my niche, like Jeff said, what's my marketing plan, how do I put all this together? Thank God we're one-stop shopping, so that's not the issue, but where is my focus and attention so that I'm just not all over the place, okay? So we have some homework to do between now and December 31st. It's not a time to just, I'm not going to do anything else for the rest of the year. No, we want to finish the year strong. Jeff put out the challenge to us, those of us that don't have jackets yet. Two policies. Between now, the 15th and the 31st, you have 2 weeks. You can do one each week. And maybe he'll give us a little grace if they don't get approved until the first week of January. He's that kind of guy. But if we can at least get 2 in this month, all of us can have a jacket to wear. We can have since we are in different locations, we can have a Tuesday Zoom where we all wear our gear, since we're in different places. So let's meet that challenge and finish the week, finish the month strong. Definitely want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. And at this time, before we close, normally at the beginning, I have everyone share what they want to share, but I want to put that at the end tonight. So if anyone wants to come off mute before we close out tonight, and you just want to share anything from your heart, this is your moment in time. Or if you just want to say, you know, I love all of you, you know, whatever you want to say.
And we do.
Hi, Crystal. It's Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. Mm-hmm.
I would like to say Merry Christmas. And John and I are really proud and honored to be in business with all of you. We love you. And one of the things I do want to say is the Project 100. I text that out a couple of times. I know everybody's busy. The bag is, you know, we put blankets and socks and every little things in for the homeless. I will put that all together. All I need to know is how many bags would you like to donate? Mm-hmm. So if you just text me and say, Sandra, you don't have to buy anything. I'll go do that. I'll package it. I'll put it all together and we will deliver it to Santa Clarita homeless shelter here. Just let me know how many bags you want to donate and just sell me the money and I'll go get all the stuff and do it for us as the Southern California team. Okay, so please let me know and I'll take care of it.
Thank you, Sandra. And I just want to reiterate, she sent this out and I sent it out to everyone. So hopefully you saw it, but if you didn't, it's $15 per bag. Items in the bag include a blanket. It's cold out there. Blanket, body soap, beanie or a hat, gloves, socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, you know, essential items. $15. We're blessed. We could do 1, we could do 3, we could do 5, we can do 10, whatever God leads you to do in your heart. Let's support that. Okay, let's not fall short of 100 between Southern California and Northern California. Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, we want to knock out 30 to 50 bags in SoCal, you guys. So, you know, like I said, if you can't get out there and help gather the stuff, just there's some instructions on the thing to Zelle the money or Venmo it or whatever, and we'll take care of it. I think it's averaging about 15 a bag, like you said. So our goal is minimum 30. We're shooting for 50.
Good.
Yes, and
that's Southern California. That's not talking. That's just us.
That's just us.
I can go shopping for us. I can put it together. You know, I know everybody's busy and crazy. All we need to do is just let me know how many bags you would like to donate, and I'll take care of the rest. Okay?
Great.
That's awesome, Sandra. Thank you guys for all your help. We're trying to really get this organized by next week. So thanks, everyone.
Definitely, Jeff. That's, you know, how can we say we love people and we don't even are not concerned about the least of those that are on the street struggling, you know, but for the grace of God, it could be us. And with the pandemic the way it is, people are going to have to start moving in with people if something doesn't happen soon. So, you know, plant your seeds. Okay. Anybody else want to come off and share anything? This is your moment before we close out. We will not be having any more meetings until the new year. That does not mean, and I said this on Sunday, I am not available. I am available every day. Set appointments. Let's close some business. Okay. That just means we're not having formal meetings. Okay. All right.
I wanted to say thank you to everybody. This has been a journey. This 2020 has been something else. It's been a godsend and a blessing for my family, not the fact of this COVID, but just the way things are working out. I already know what I want to do, and I'm happy to hear that you guys are bringing on Medicare Advantage. I'm already appointed with a whole lot of them, and I would like everything under one umbrella. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone who's on the line and who's not on the line. Thank you.
Awesome.
The team not on the line. All right, Tracy, way to include everybody.
I want to add one thing here before we get off and before anybody else jumps in here too, is, you know, we're talking about all the goals and the business stuff and the things like that. I want to challenge each of you right now to let's do it this week. I want to challenge each of you to make a list of all the blessings, not the challenges, not the struggles, all of the blessings you received as a result of 2020 and everything going on in this world. All the blessings that came to you this year. Where it could have been just an awakening. It could have been just a revisiting of your core values. It could have been anything. What are the blessings? Sometimes these storms are put in our life not to get in our way, but to clear our path, is how the saying goes, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that in my world, the blessings were greater than the struggle. And there were some great struggles.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Amen.
So make that list. That's a challenge for you all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that challenge. Anyone else want to share before we close out?
Well, I would just like to say that it has been a challenge, but it's been a really good challenge for me. I really have grown a lot. And the best part of all of this is all of you. Oh. And whether you know it or not, coming on here to see you all every Tuesday, every Sunday is a highlight of my life, especially in this time. So I've grown and I'm really growing exponentially. And when this COVID thing is over, I'll be so happy. Because it is not the greatest thing. Mm-hmm. And I've gone through a lot, but I thank God that I have challenged myself to be victorious over all of this.
That's right.
And you all are my strength. And I thank God for all of you.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. See, I was fighting back tears at the beginning, and now you're going to make me start welling up again.
No, my challenges have been great. Mm-hmm. But coming on here every Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday gives me the strength and the courage to continue.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Because the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. We are building our financial house and everyone else's too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful holiday. And I'll see you guys ready to hit the ground running 2021.
Yes. Thank you, Elaine Nunley. And yes, I'm still available. We may not meet, but I'm still available every day.
Oh, yes, definitely. I'm still working.
Yeah, we still working. Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. I would like to wish all well wishes, happy holidays to everybody. Really appreciate appreciate the opportunity to get to know everybody and learn this business. It is a lot, but I know in the end it can be rewarding. But I really want to thank and appreciate all the time and effort that Crystal and Jeff and John and Sandra has put in to us, giving us the knowledge, the tools. And I wish everybody health and happiness in the new year. And let's get it done. And I'm excited about the Medicare initiative also.
Yes. Jeff, if you're still there, we have Tracy and Mel. They were active in that October to December Medicare, so they're excited about that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. Renee, you're off mute. Did you want to say something?
Yes, I just wanted to thank everybody for putting together a exponential company that made me want to come in, because people have been tagging at me and tugging at me for years to do it, and I just would not do it. So I know this is an astronomical company because I would not have come in if it wasn't. And I just want to thank everybody. And this has been this year, I mean, I'm just steady losing classmates. I lost another one today, one last week. They're just dropping. And I just want to thank God for my health and everybody else's. And I just want to thank him for allowing me to see another day and to be blessing me to be in a fabulous company and to be able to move forward and to continue to educate and empower myself and to be able to now be able to help and empower others in another way. And I'm just so thankful and blessed to be here. And happy holidays to everybody. And Jeff, I will keep you in prayers. And I know that if God brought you to it, he will bring you through it. And everything is going to be all right. And I'm looking forward to everything that you share with us tonight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Right.
Definitely. Renee is I think, aside from Wanda, the newest team members that we have, Jeff, just recently licensed. So it's exciting. All right, family. Anyone else want to share before we close out?
We're good. I would just say from my heart, my tagline on everything is every day is a gift, and there's nothing more real than that right now. And I want to say this, that today and every Tuesday and every day I get the chance to talk to you guys, every day is a gift. You all are the gift within that gift box.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen. All right, family. Let's go write some business. Go have some dinner and then go write some business. Go call some people. I'm available. Goes without saying, Jeff and Sandra and John are available. We're all available to help each other. Nate, thank you so much for recording and being behind the camera for this whole crazy ride this year. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be where we would be in terms of the technology that we have and the cafe that we have, iLeverage Cafe and things. So thank you, Nate. Thank you.
All
All right. With that, everybody can come off mute and say whatever you want to say. Goodbye. Everybody be safe out there, I always say. Okay, mask up, be safe.
Be safe. And Jeff, we still want to come and see that new office.
Did you hear that, Jeff?
Absolutely.
You hear that, Jeff?
No question.
Appreciate you, Jeff.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Jeff.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Love you all.
Happy holidays, you guys.
Thank you.
That's funny, John. You made Wanda the host.
I didn't do anything.
Thank you.
I got it. There's like, I'm
Well, thank you.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, everyone.
Good night.